And today I'm going to probably continue to talk about a little bit about the inner cultivation, inner reach, inner potentiality, how we build each of us from within, our character, our fortune. When I say fortune, the fortune in health, the fortune in well-being, the fortune in freedom, the fortune in mind freedom and body freedom, financial freedom, and emotional freedom. So those things are probably in many people's concern. Sometimes we seem to do not as well as we wanted. However, what I suggest from my own experience is look within instead of without. Because everything we do is the projection of each of us. If we always project the love, you're going to find the love everywhere. Just like last week I talked about the Mercedes. When I want a Mercedes, I project a Mercedes. I see Mercedes everywhere. When I want the love, and everywhere you see love. Because the love comes not from out. The love comes from within. Same thing as richness. The richness doesn't have to be the financial richness, the richness in character, the richness in well-being, the richness in every great attitude of your life. Because it is each of us. If we expand that richness in consciousness, if we expand the richness in energy frequency, and you're going to reach everywhere, you will see that a similar frequency begin to attract each other. This is not only from the Eastern thinking, Eastern thoughts, but it's evidenced by quantum physics. From not only molecular level, but from quantum level, that is atomic physics level, and from the microscopic, not only from microscopic, because microscopic we see every day, but that is appearance. A lot of times it's not what we see. Deep down, from the energy level, from a conscious level, from a quantum level, the world is totally different. And we talk about that later, but that is from the inner well-being. All right, let's start to do some meditation, and we'll continue our talk. Take a deep breath. See and feel Feel the openness of a chi channel. Feel the free circulation of the energy within the scalp, shoulders, and the spinal cord. Feel hundreds of chi channels begin to open. Feel internally the calmness. As you breathe slowly and calmly, your inner consciousness is revealed. To reorganize the energy frequency, the chaos is empty. The pure energy frequency becomes reformulated. As you look down into yourself, observe that self. Doesn't matter what that problem, it doesn't matter how many problems that self possess. Just watch, just observe, without opinions, without judgments. Until the observed and the observer becomes one. That means the observed becomes one with observer. until the inner consciousness is heightened, until the inner consciousness is in resonance with the conscious cosmos. For some chaotic people, it is challenging. It takes pure mind and a pure heart. It takes great sincerity and 100% attention. Without interference, without indulging into chaos, eliminating thousand miles per second messy mind transmission of the thoughts. When the mind is clean and clear, when the frequency of the heart is vibrating with the frequency of the mind, in connection with the innermost consciousness, anything of everything is possible. But that heart, that mind must be pure. Without gloominess, without chaos, without emotional troubles, without indulging in any of those, let them go. Detach yourself from any angriness, from any gloominess, any chaos, any upsetting. Sickness in thoughts, emotions, spams of thoughts. Empty the cup. When you're full of it, nothing can come in. So dump it. Dump anything that is not pure. Dump anything that interfere, interrupt, corrupt your life. Come to the sun with me. You will see all the light. Stay away from the dark. The sun shines on you without conditioning, without any demands. Without any prejudice, without any opinions, judgments. Or any differentiation. Sun is the love to all, just like God loves all. Just like conscious matrix of the cosmos. Buddha consciousness loves all without any differentiations. That love is pure. That mind is pure. That heart is pure. When you let anything go, everything go. You feel lighter. You feel the emptiness. You free yourself. You free yourself from the diseased state of mind, panic state of mind, stressed state of mind, or chaotic state of mind, or anxiety or anxious state of mind. You calmly enter and tap deeper and deeper into the pure state of mind that is full of love, full of compassion. In a state of conscious energy frequency with the conscious matrix of the cosmos, with God. With that supreme, with that divine. So let yourself out of that puddle, that garbage, that prison, that box. Let yourself free. Only you, that inner self, can let you free. You're totally responsible and accountable for that self. It is you lighting up yourself. It is you unveil and discover the inner self of intelligence within. Breathe deeply and calmly. You may find some serenity within. Calmly and slowly breathe. Slowly raise your hands up to the sky. Meditation especially so important today for people like Dave and me. Why? Because you have so many chaotic information, you have so many despair, you have so many panic, so many anxiety, so many chaotic thoughts. They're full of society that give everybody that frequency and attract so many people. But it is time to get a totally different frequency. I remember Heisenberg said one time, he said, I'm like the Zen Buddhist masters. And only then I find something that is valid. Because when I talked to Neil Bo, and I was so sick, and I was in total despair, to find the theory, to find the mathematical formula, to find what it is in quantum physics that troubles so many people. And he got so sick. Neil Bo fed him, and he quarreled with Neil Bo for days in end. He gave up. He was in total despair. He didn't have anything to do with Neil Bo anymore. And they were such a good friend in quantum physics. They're all good friends with Albert Einstein. But they could not get along anymore. Because they just almost gave up. And he walked away from Neil Bo's house because he lived with Neil Bo. Neil Bo fed him. Neil Bo's wife helped him. Because they have such a disagreement. They have a different way of reasoning, logical thinking. But in other words, it didn't work. So he walked out of the house to the park. He asked himself, why God give us such a trouble? Why nature give us such a absurd phenomenon? What is it? He just let it go. I'm done. I'm done with this dumb quantum physics. I'm done with it. He worked hours and end. He gave up. At the moment he gave up, at the moment he let everything go, at the moment he let all the thinking go, all the logical reasoning go, something come up. Because he never let it go. And never let all this thinking go, all this logical thinking, all this reasoning go. He come up with that uncertainty principle. There's nothing certain in the world. There's nothing solid in the world. There's nothing reasoning about. Because that's all macroscopic, visible world. You have to give that up. So he come up with this uncertainty principle and become the famous uncertainty principle, and he got a Nobel Prize for it. Yeah, he got a Nobel Prize for it. He said, that's my Zen moment. That's my Zen moment. And that moment changed everything. Changed the whole way of look into the universe, into quantum physics, into that atomic physics. Everything is but a probability, possibility. You, each one of you, each one of me, make that a possibility. Each one of me, each one of you, make that observation. So as I said earlier, the observer, if the observer is angry, you get all the angry world attracted to you. If the observer is gloomy, you get all the gloomy world attracted to you. If the observer with all the emotions, you're going to get all the emotional things attract to you. If the observer is chaotic, and all the chaos come into you. That's why I said that the observer, that is the meditator, must be pure. That meditator must let everything go. Let all the chaos go, all the chaotic thinking go, all the thoughts go, all the emotional go, all the attachments go. Detach yourself from all of those. The past, the experiences, that is very important part of that meditation. Meditation is about the letting go. Just like your prayer. If you pray with all kinds of your chaotic thinking, you want God to take your load. You're not connected with God. You're not really a prayer. The prayer is not pure. The prayer is your thinking, your thoughts, your ideas, your conceptualization, your past, your dogmas, your doctrines, your emotions. You want to teach God something. That is really observed. So, let them go. Be pure. Be sincere. Be in peace with yourself. And then you will find peace with God, with the Supreme. Then you will find the connection. Because unless you let everything go, find your pure heart, Find your pure mind. And then you're stuck into the jungle of that thoughts, into the puddle of that emotions, into that prison you build by yourself. That's part of the meditation. That's part of the prayer. That's part of real, sincere meditation. Let it go. Can be easy, can be difficult. It's all if you are willing to let it cloud. Out of your face. Take the piece of paper out of your eyes. Open the curtain right in front of your eyes. See beyond. We can have hundreds of thousands of experiences that are challenging. And I said many times I could have died many times. But I lived unhappily every time. I was in despair many times. But at the moment of despair, I see the light. Just fraction of a second. So meditation is that nanosecond, you follow that conscious, that pure conscious, inner conscious, into that inner soul, into that conscious matrix cosmos, and see the light. You see that intelligence. You see that purity. And yesterday, I was in Mobile. Yesterday afternoon, about 4 o'clock. I was in the country club. And then I suddenly turned out of the country club. I hit something, I guess. My van was in flat tire. And I heard a grung. And I tried to repair it. I haven't repaired the tire for a long time. I could not get off it. So I called AAA. They said they're going to be there within 45 minutes. And then another 45 minutes, they didn't show up. I know, I was mad. But in a minute, I said, well, let me do something. So I meditated for a few minutes. I get over with it. And then I begin to read. I begin to read my mind. I begin to write something. Part of my book. I said, wow, this is beautiful. I forgot the time. Another hour passed. The guy didn't show up until very late. And he apologized. I said, no problem. I have something to do. So if he came in within 45 minutes, probably I was mad. But I got over with it within seconds. So, and then I changed my car. And then I came up here. And I didn't go to sleep until 2 o'clock in the morning in the hotel in Obliga. And then I got up at 4:30, meditate. And at 7 o'clock over there, of course, it's 8 o'clock here. I was driving on the way. from Auburn, Alabama, to your studio. So along the way, you meditate, you try to figure out, get things a bit arranged, empty some of the chaos, and rebuild. I was sneeze in the morning, and then I took 10 minutes break, got rid of it. I dive into that inner mind very quickly because I've been doing this for a long time. And every time I have something that is chaotic, I have something that is unhealthy, something that clustered my mind, I find the time. We all say we have no time there. It doesn't matter. Everything else can push away. This is more important than anything because I can clear that mind. I can clear that immune system. I can clear that channel. That channel I can reach to the supreme. The channel I can reach into my inner mind, inner soul, the inner consciousness. That is so important. So important. Because as I told you, I'm building a DeRu Academy. They need billions of dollars. I'm not in a hurry at all. And people begin to come, people go, people come, people go. You will see some people, they come here for that selfish reason. They drift away. Some people come with love. They come in. So you begin to build that I call the mastermind. And we have a university president, and it's so say, wow, it took me 20 years to find this place, this platform, in connection with you. Say, okay, great, let's work together. So you will see, I just talked to him 2 days ago, the president of the university in New York. So you see, and people begin to find each other. In different ways. And when you're in a hurry, you always find all kind of chaos because you find hurry people. You find people in an anxious mode. You find people who always want to make quick money. Nothing happens. Because that's what you want. That's what you get. But within the calmness, you will see different energy. You find a different realm that is totally in connection with your inner soul, your inner mind, what you want to build. And he told me, in a Monday probably, can you do it later? Because I have to teach at the Stanford University. When I get out of that teaching, I can connect with you this coming Monday. I said, no problem. Let's see if we can talk to everybody, delay an hour or two. So we can all work out something, It's not nothing is set. People from New York, people from California, people from San Francisco, people from Princeton. People from everywhere connect with me. And people from China, people from England, people from Oxford, Cambridge, They connect with me in the different time zones. We all try to make it work, in a different ways. Nothing is certain. I don't see any certainty. Newton's time, yes, it is still useful. We still use a lot of Newton's time, Newton's certainty. But in the real world, nothing is certain. In the real world, everything is invisible. In the real world, 96% of things you don't see. That's the real world. The fake world you see is that 4%. Even today, by every equipment you can have, all the equipment in the world, but modern technology, science, everything put together, you only see 4% of that real world. 96% you don't see. That is the real world, 96%. That's reality. That's reality. This is not what I said only. This is frontier scientists from Oxford, from Cambridge, from Harvard, from Duke, from Yale, from Columbus University, from all the top scientists, and then forward thinkers, and people as ordinary as me, and we all think together, and we agreed we know nothing. That's why I'm a beginner. I'm a start from beginning, zero out, learning. Think about it. All together, combined, all the humanity combined together, we only know about 4% of the universe that is visible to us. But naked eye is nothing. With all the equipment, we only see 4%. The telescope, the Hubble telescope, see billions away. Billions years away. We only see 4%. The Hubble telescope is so powerful. The microscope is so powerful. Equipment is so powerful. A lot of detection is so powerful. But I want to see that much. We see nothing. People say, I know everything. Yeah, you got to be joking. Only idiots say that. So that's why I say each of us build ourselves. And one thing we begin to know is that the observer and the observed and together make the universe, make the reality possible. What is that? Let's say this visible world we built. Everything we think is matter. Everything we see is mass. Everything we see is solid rocks. No, they are not solid. They're just thousands of light. Speed. Light miles speed. Light speed faster than light speed. Vibration. Make that solid. It's all nothing. The rocks is nothing but the energy. A rock You think rock is energy? Are you joking? No, I'm not joking. A rock is total energy. And before Einstein, nobody believed that. But Einstein's formula said clearly, E equals what? Mc squared. The constant speed, faster than light. The rock is vibrating very fast. That's why it looks like a rock, but it's energy. This is energy. Everything over here is energy. Nothing is solid. You look like solid. This is not a solid. This is nothing but energy. That's reality. But we don't see that way. In the Newtonian world, a view, oh yeah, it's separate. It's totally separate. It's nothing. No, nothing's separate. Everything's connected. Everything's energy. If we see that way, okay, if we observer see this of thing, see every day of this piece of work, and that piece of work will be realized. Why? Because of the interaction. That's why I see for 7 years, I see that $1 million going to be realized every single day. And then that $1 million, I need realized. Why? Because that interaction between the observer, determine the observer, and then the environment. They attract each other. And then they vibrate together. And then when they vibrated, the frequency matched and everything realized. That's how it works. Everything. That's everything. If you have all kinds of chaotic, you listen to this person, you listen to this person, you listen to this person, you listen to this media, you listen to this thing. Oh my goodness, you're out. There's no way you can do anything. I don't have TV. I don't have radio. I don't have anything. That's all I do is meditate. If I want something, I meditate. That's how I do. I dump anything. I dump all the things. If I want anything, I don't even want to think about it. I dump anything I want. But I have that conscious intent. I put over there, vibrate over there, but I constantly dump everything in my thoughts. It's always realized. A DeRu project is a huge project. It's a 30 years project. It's a lot. It involves about $200 billion. That's a lot of money involved. It's not my money. It's universal. It's a symbol. It's nothing about money. Universal has much more than that. It can create much more than that. It's just a symbol. It's not real. It's just a symbol. It is just an illusion. But we need that illusion. We need that symbol to build something. So it's a symbol. That symbol can exchange something and give to support this, sort of like a tool to support this idea, to support this project, what we call in a three-dimensional world, to realize in three-dimensional world. So more people can step on this platform. We rebuild this platform, and we build a platform, and we need some tools. Finance is one of the energy circulation tools to build this platform. So, and everybody together with the universal vibration, and then this energy will be vibrating. The financial energy will be vibrating, and this platform will be built. And the people, the resource of the people from everywhere comes together, from all over the world, come together to vibrate together. I call mastermind the beginning, and then they expand with the ripple effect. That's how it works. That's how the universe works. And I see every time, thousands of times it happens. So that's why I say it takes determined heart, it takes passion with perseverance. I call grit. That is character. That character reshape the life fate, reshape the life project, reshape the life mission. And then we'll realize whatever that is there. Thank you. And Dave, if you want to do something that is good, that is pure, that is great, and you will be, but you've got to get garbage out of the way. Any emotions, any thoughts, anything, let it go. And I guarantee you, you will realize. Thank you.
You're listening to America's Web Radio on the AmericasBroadcastNetwork.com. Thank you for listening.
The disease of addiction is a life-altering challenge, not just for the person suffering its effects, but also for the family and friends who support and love the one caught in